What's going on, YouTube? Do we have an acquisition of signal? Is it time to play Corbal? Corbal? If the interstage is strong enough to be held by a crane, I'm pretty sure GS1 would be strong enough to be a side booster. Really? Hold up. Let's. So on YouTube, welcome to part 28 for the KSP Career Mode playthrough. I just want to check something here. We're gonna intersperse space news into this. I just want to see something here. Oh, that's what I'm looking. Oh, does it have enough gimbal? I don't see why not. You need 8 degrees. I just need to see this here real quick. Hello. Oh. Oh, woof. I mean, this thing would look pretty goofy next to between, like, with an external tank in between it. It would look pretty goofy, but whatever. Now, chat, if you're wondering what a breakover device is, that's a breakover device. That thing. We had a long conversation about that a little while ago, what the breakover device is. That's a breakover device. That's what that does. And now they should pick up the back end of the breakover device. And dude, look at that. So that was this afternoon, dude. Hey, Matt. What's going on, YouTube? How you doing? Whoa. Yep. And they can unlatch the breakover device, and you set it down on its transporter. And they're lowering it onto a blue processing ring. There it is. And they're installing the rings there. Dude, look at that, man. They're not going to load it onto a ship. No, it's just going to roll back to Slick 36. It's going to roll back to this right here, this pad. Watch the start of the lift from the drone ship. They did it fast once they got it in the air. Oh, yeah? That is a big honking crane, man. Wait a minute. They do. New Glenn's legs fold back up, don't they? They do fold back up. Yeah. Did they just grind off the welds? That certainly is what it looks like. This is burning from the engines, dude. That's from the engine exhaust. Burning off that Comet. You're gonna have to figure out something to... Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, New Glenn could just fold its legs back up. That's pretty cool. And then, yeah, it's broken over. Yeah, they just fold back up. That's pretty sick. That's pretty cool. Killer. When they put in the first time the breakover device, it was swaying a lot. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, don't worry about that. It's fine. Cool. Anyway, yeah, that's what's going on the Space Coast. Lot going on. Let's fire up Kerbal and let's start doing our own crane shenanigans. We have to get one pallet up and running. The pallets. What is this from Blorgan? Blorgan. We've built a full-scale deployable aero brake unit showcasing technology that uses planetary atmospheres to slow spacecraft, saving significant mass and cost and enabling heavy cargo delivery from the moon to Mars and point-to-point missions on Earth. Lighter and larger than more conventional aeroshells, it deploys in space and stows for launch, making it easily configurable to many different vehicles. I'm sorry, what? Yeah, DH, just giant tank moving there. They might be able to mitigate that by descending faster. Yeah, you dial in the landing trajectory, yeah. Alex had a tweet about this tweet. It's a fabric heat shield that NASA was testing a little while back. Yeah. Huh. Huh. Okay. Blorgan. Huh. What did Alex say about this? I actually haven't gotten a chance to talk to him. What did he say about this? This is the kind of thing you'd want on a spacecraft that you want to return from the moon down down to low Earth orbit using no propellant, and then you refuel it again so it can continue doing more moon stuff. Can't think of any spacecraft Blue may be working on that might just do that. That is probably my favorite Blue Origin project out of all the crazy stuff that they're doing. That one's my favorite. Yeah, Alex knows. Yep. Blue is working on... Guys, this is essentially a new Glen Upper stage. Like, I know it's not exactly that. It's basically a new Glen Upper stage with like BE7s attached to it instead of twin BE3Us. And RCS blocks on the back. It's not necessarily a reusable upper stage. On-orbit space tug. On-orbit space tug. It's basically a second stage that can loiter. So like it's if you took a second stage and a satellite and kind of made them into one thing. And this ring that's on it is a sun shield because it's using hydrolocks. So this reusable stage has boil off mitigation and it can refuel things. I like that. That's pretty good. This is a huge thing for SLD, for their lunar program, because they'll dock to lunar landers, dock here, refuel, go again. This thing can move the lander out to the moon, no problem. It can refuel it on the way there, come back down, aero brake a couple of times. Aero brake a couple of times, and then another New Glenn will launch fuel up and just refuel the dang thing. It was called Adept, NASA's Oh, the cloth heat shield. Yeah, there you go, man. A private mission to save a NASA space telescope will launch in 2026 on a rocket dropped from a plane. Been sad I couldn't say anything before, but now it's public. I'm super stoked you're flying on Pegasus. Just wish you could fly in the L-1011. I'm sorry, this is what you're working on? Yeah. NASA's Neil Gehrels Swift Observatory, shown in the artist's concept, orbits Earth as it studies the ever-changing universe. Catalyst space technologies to boost the altitude of this Swift Observatory. You guys are going to try and wrangle a NASA telescope. And it's the last Pegasus payload. Oh. Oh, that's cool, man. Pegasus, here, hold up. Pegasus is, it's pretty cool. Here, I'll show you. Pegasus is a rocket that is dropped via the only airworthy Lockheed TriStar left in existence. And it has a rocket launcher on the bottom. Oh, TriStar. Oh, Pegasus. That's awesome, Rocket Guy. Super cool. When was the last Pegasus launch? 2021, I think. Yes. Stargazer. I'm sorry. You know, in light of recent events, well, not in light of recent events, I always thought that Lockheed made a better tri-jet than McDonnell Douglas did. In fact, I think MD-11s are piles of junk, if you ask me. That's the superior tri-jet. Oh, look at that thing. Look at that thing. Oh. 7-month launch. They're about running around like we were on fire. 7 months, that's not a lot for a launch campaign, dude. So there's only one. What if something happens to it? It's a TriStar. Nothing's going to happen to it. It'll be fine. Subframe is out of the car. Nice, Nabak. You're making progress today, too. I'm sorry, man. The S-duct looks so much better than just the wing-mounted engine up there. Why does the rocket fin go into the plane? Why didn't they just rotate it a little? What? Pegasus doesn't have... Oh. I don't know. That's the way they felt like doing it, I guess. Huh. Interesting. It folds, doesn't it? Dude, I know dick about Pegasus. I know nothing about that except that it does that. I'm swooning over the airplane. I like the... Oh. I think that is awesome, dude. I believe it folds and unfolds on release. It looks like there is a slot for it. Is there? Oh, yeah. Hold on a second, fellas. Yeah, they did. They cut a big hole. They cut a big hole down there. I'll ask NG next call. There you go. Yeah, I was going to say that could be the... Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Hold on a sec. Let me go back to... Let me check something. Now, an MD-11 has 3 landing gear back there. Nope, Lockheed just went with a standard tripod. Is it KSP time or are we doing space news? It's KSP time. I was wondering if there was like a landing gear bay or something there, but no, it's a straight modification from what I can tell. You'll have to ask them, Rocket Guy. Now I'm just looking at pictures of TriStars. Now I kind of want to make a tri-jet in KSP. Hello. Hello. I'm sorry. This thing, you know, I'm not sorry. This thing looks way better than a freaking MD-11. The MD-11 looks like poop compared to this. Look at that thing. Oh, yeah. No space news. We can discuss space news while we're going. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Are there? Yeah. Seriously, the Stargazer I think is the only one. Eastern. Dude, RB211s. 3 RB211s. This thing's got the kick, man. There's Stargazer. Booster 18 looks amazing. Oh, yeah, she's peeking out of the high bay, huh? Operators. 1 TriStar is in service as of 2025, which is the Stargazer. That's it. Oh, what happened? It's so sad. Oh, it got a bad haircut. Oh, that's awful. Yeah, that picture there, there's no way the fin would clear the ground. Yeah. That's so the real question is, fellas. How'd they get it under there? How'd they get Pegasus underneath that plane? They jacked the plane up? That's the solution? No wonder this thing is so expensive. You got a better idea? Put it on the wing. Put it on the wing, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, why didn't they just make a ditch? That's what I'm wondering, dude. Just dig a hole in the ground. Why would you got to put the plane up on jacks? That's not even, dude. It has to go higher up than that, dude. The wing is it has to go up here. That's the solution, to jack up the whole freaking plane. This was a low-cost solution. How are you going to scale with something like this? The jacks don't cost that much. Do they cost as much as digging a hole? Huh. Better than attaching it while the plane does a low flyby. Yeah, okay. The jacks don't have to be used where the hole is dug. Airport probably wouldn't agree to the hole. This thing launches from military bases. Yeah, geek, exactly. Yeah. Guys, how are we going to get that rocket into the plane? We could just dig a hole. Nah, it'll never work. Raise the plane up. Lift the entire plane. Like, okay. So put the pit in the hangar. Dude, I don't get it. No wonder Pegasus. Pegasus is expensive, guys, for what it is. Like, it's, I'm not trying to be a jerk. It's old space stuff, dude. But it is cool. It is cool for what it is. I mean, Pegasus carries a pretty hefty price tag. They also probably had the jacks already. Yeah, they already exist, so just use them. Yeah, I get it. Or it's actually funny to see. Yeah, they moved the entire plane upright. They put the entire plane upright. It's launching out of Quadge. Check this out, dudes. Look at the flight manifest. I mean, these are the past missions. Yeah, 2021 was the last Pegasus test. The next mission, Catalyst Space Technologies. There it is. It's going to launch from Kwajalein. Plane lift is normal aircraft maintenance. Yeah, I understand. I know that jacking up planes is a normal thing to do. I understand that, fellas. I just didn't think that that would be their solution there. That takes time. Just, yeah, if they just launched it from Tinian, they wouldn't have this problem. That airstrip's open. It's fine. Anyway, Kerbal is loaded up, dude. Let's go. Did you know that jacking up planes is a normal thing to do? Of course I did. Yeah. The fact that Tinian is open again is wild to you. No, it's more just, I think that's funny. Instead of digging a hole in the ground, I mean, I suppose with the jacks, you could just set up anywhere. You can load up pretty much wherever you want. But, see, that's the thing. How are you getting the jacks there? How are you getting the airplane jacks there? But then again, if you're going to dig a hole, how are you going to get an excavator there to dig the damn hole? In the plane? Can the L-1011 carry its jacks around in the cargo bay? I don't think it can do that. Did you jack planes that are normal doing thing? I'm sure every military base has them. Yeah, most likely. How are you going to get them up there, Tessa? It's not like every airport has a jetway. That's why Kelly Johnson invented the C-130. Right. Well, NASA jacked up a space shuttle to plant a 747 under it. Yarg, be quiet. This is a Lockheed plane. Stay in your lane, all right? It's not a Boeing. I.e., you, so you don't know anything about it. Sorry. All right, let's get the tunage going. What if we compromise and instead of a hole, and instead of jack, we do giant wheel ramps? I don't know, man. So check this out, guys. We have Moon Pallet. We unlocked all the pieces that we needed for this thing. Look at that. The only one we didn't get is the Octo 2 probe core. That's the only thing we didn't get. This thing, we unlocked everything. I unlocked, dude, we did 900 science. 900 science on Monday. They jacked up the shuttle to retract the landing gear. They actually lifted it in the VAB, but whatever. I mean, processing flow changed for the space shuttle throughout the program. There were times at the end of the program when they had the shuttle transporter that they used the jack, but in the early parts of the program, they lifted it up in the VAB with its bracket and then folded the gear shut that way. Don't bunk on me. You can't bunk on me with shuttle knowledge, pal. That's the idea. Just drive the plane up some XL truck ramps. Sure, it'd be fine. So, we unlocked better solar panels, fuel cells. We unlocked the rover wheels, so we got the command seat. We unlocked panels. Each one of those was 300 a pop. We got all three of them. 900 science is what we did. Either way, Rocket Guy, congratulations. Yeah, Element, you're right. You're right. Super excited and happy for you guys. Must feel good to have gotten this news. It's freaking cool, dude. Congratulations. Is the launch going to be streamed? What do we do now? Well, we play the game. Get DOS on it. That's right. Oh, okay, Brandon. Well, I answered your question then, inadvertently. Not streamed, sadly. I mean, do you guys... Yeah, exactly. Lurker knows. Do you want it streamed? Because I know some people. Like... I know some people. We won't take that much. We won't take that much room on the LTL 11. Just saying. All right, let's roll. So we got everything that we need for the Moon Pallet. Now we need to figure out the concept of operations. How is this going to integrate with the rest of our architecture? So Moon Pallet, for the people that don't know, Moon Pallet is an off-road modular vehicle that can change its ride height. Ride height can go up and down. And it can carry a payload on it. So here's what we'll do. We'll go over here and we will get Bill, switch editors. Let me show you. Oh. Hang on. Gotta have a light. Need a light. Slamming. I want to turn up the heat. All right, watch. But no, out of 10, 11, that was a strict no. Yeah. Okay, so you see Bill is aboard here. Take a look. What Moon Pallet is designed to do, like obviously we have rover wheels, the thing can move around, right? But we can go over here. I did end up borrowing this from another save. Guys, this is from my original career mode save. And I like this architecture a lot. I didn't really think we used it. I don't think we used it enough. So we can start the fuel cell on this thing. It also has a solar panel for redundancy. And watch. So we can take this. Moon Pallet has the capability of translating its controls. And if we control from the docking port, see, we can crab. See, the idea here is that Moon Pallet can be used, you can attach a payload to it, right? And it can be used to install stuff into positions. So the other thing is that you could primarily use it to build bases, right? So say you have a base component that we land, right? And then I use a crane to drop it on top of here, right? You know, say we drive to it and say we got to attach it and the docking port is a little bit high. Ready? For transport operations, we stay low like this, but if we need to raise it up, gotta synchronize the damn traverse rates. Independent wheel raise for leveling. Booster 8 is coming out, Tib. Booster 18. Sweet. Vargon, how's the car? Car's pretty good. Car's pretty good. They just opened the door. So Moon Pallet can be used to assemble stuff. Now, J-Speed, I haven't figured out. I mean, we could do a controller that goes left-right if we really wanted to revamp the design a little bit. I could have... We could collectively raise everything, or we could cycle it. Yeah, we could, I could do it, dude. We'd need another Cal. We'd need another Cal controller, but yeah, we can absolutely get that done. And then we have the docking port reset actuator here. Yeah, this is so this docking port doesn't magnetize to itself. That does happen. Put a jet engine on the bottom and turn it into an LLRV. No, I'm good. How would we cycle this around? How could we do that? The SQD, it was moved, Brendan. Yeah, they moved the ship quick disconnect for pad 2. JSpeed, now you got me thinking. We could do that. We could go left, right. Like, that's totally doable. And then if we crab the wheels, right? So, like, if we take the pallet height... No, not pallet height. If we crab the wheels all the way to the left, right? If I had, you know, changed left, right, we could turn the wheels 90 degrees and then that's pitch. But, no, I don't like that. I don't like that idea. That's not going to work. We'd need a controller that balances left, right, forward, and back. How the heck would we do that? Oh, that's a little... The bridge crane moved away. I have Starbase Live up and running, dudes. I see it. This thing's actually pretty fun to drive around. I love how purely functional the design is. Thank you. Yeah, no, it's pretty good, right? Redbeard finally catching another Kerbal, so you've had to miss quite a few because of school again. School comes first, buddy. Raise the ride height. Raise the ride height. You don't have to worry about that. I've been obsessed with SSTOs lately, but honestly, shuttle-like craft are way better. I love the space shuttle. I'm telling you, there's not many ways that you can do a flyback, like a reusable second stage that comes and lands on a runway like that. The shuttle is pretty much Genesis, man. Like that, it doesn't... Not Genesis, that's not the right way to say that, but it's that, like, there's not many other ways you're going to be able to do that without a lot of extra complication. Can it do donuts? Not really. I'm trying to think, fellas, how we would take Moon Pallet. Like, how are we gonna do? How are you gonna take something like Moon Pallet and I don't need another solar panel. I just forgot to turn the fuel cell on, dude. Technically, we don't even need the batteries because the fuel cell is your battery. We could save money on these things by actually removing the batteries. We don't need them. That's the battery right there. I'm trying to think. How would we make a self-leveler? How would we do that? We can just make it go up and down, and that's all fine and dandy. Does KRPC have a way to read pitch on roll? We could obviously do it with code, man. I'm just thinking about if we could do it with cal controllers. See, where I'm running into problems here is that, okay, say we do this, right? Right? Say we just let this represent a way that we did the legs, right? You know, the second I hit up, they just reset. The cal controller will reset position. The SBMTs have been turned on any moment for the booster rollout. Can the cows read Pitchion roll? No. The devs were gonna do that, but they didn't have time to finish it. That's the problem right there. Yeah. There's no way to compound values on the cal controller to move up relatively. You could use IJKNL and link it to two cals, one for pitch, one for yaw. Yeah, okay, so, all right, Tyler, say we're going to attach this to something and it's on a slope, right? Okay, and we level it, we get the thing level, and then we get to it and we realize we got to go up a little bit more. If I try to collectively raise everything all at once, it'll just reset. That's the problem that I'm running into. I think the better solution might be to just find a place to build the base that's relatively flat. Like, if we use Kerbal constructs to make some nice flat-ish ground for the moon pallet to work in, I don't think it's going to be an issue. As you can see, I built this thing to be an absolute beast of a vehicle. It can be used as a rover. Have you tried the Stampatron ground anchor? Is it any good? I find that it does drift. I really haven't done much experimentation with it, Pigzig. But yeah, that's Moon Crane. Super useful vehicle. Could set down a lever on launch pad where you want a base. That's pretty much what we're gonna do, yeah, with Kerbal Constructs, man. Isn't there, like, just a flat slab that you can place down? What are your upward-facing hinges for? Alignment. So when we go to drop something down on this, those will align the docking ports and bring them down. It'll make sure that everything aligns correctly, Wolfie. Control K. Yeah, okay, we can get away with it. That's fine. All right, good. And again, you might need to put your drill in a different place. That's okay. It's really about assembling the base, Tyler. Once I assemble the base, pretty much put it wherever. If I make the base self-leveling, it's not going to be a big deal. You know what? I think we'll just use Moon Pallet the way it is for now. I think I need to get more, use, like, more tries out of this thing than anything. Like, I need to use it to kind of see how it works and go from there. So save that. And then I had base components. Let's go into the other career mode save. I had base components that I specially designed for this. Let's take a look at those. Moon base prototype. There it is. Now, these are the components that this thing would use, right? And I had little levelers right here. So these things can be used to raise and lower the base and stuff. Like, you can lower the base down on the ground, or you can raise the whole thing up. Like raising the Stargazer to put Pegasus underneath it. Same idea. Oh, crap. I came to the same idea with my moon base. Huh. I guess it is a good idea then. Shoot. I guess it is a good idea. I guess that is a good call. Yeah, so each one of these modules here is has a different purpose. You have your 6-axis node with an upward-facing cupola. You have the forward-facing cupola, which I don't know why I had that. That module sucks. And Moon Crane is designed to get underneath each one of these things and lift it up. This is my favorite module, though. I remember making this thing. This thing is superbly cool. It's the drilling module for ISRU. Where's the cow controller for it? Oh, there it is. That's broken. So here's how this works. Watch, ready? This thing actually opens up. And then the solar panels actually move out like that. And then you could set the angle for how you want them to be set up depending on where you are. Like at the poles, this is what you'd need. And then if you were near the equator, that's what you'd need, and you can go anywhere in between. And then the drill comes out. Wasn't this the modular crack that struck the whole min space? Different save, dude. No. Booster's moving. Yeah, there's another one on the other side. It basically deploys. And then that's your ISRU over here. How this all technically should be set up is like this. This is designed to go at the very end. I don't know why that doesn't have a downward facing port either. And then over here is our airlock module. So whoop, it has some solar panels on it just in case. Hey Oki, what's on the menu for today? Moonbase and Moon Pallet Conop. I'll save this in here just because the MMB. Yeah, we're not using that. We can't launch that damn thing. Not yet, at least. Am I nuts or did I see all the Raptors installed? More pictures in Discord. Oh yeah, you got the cross out. Oh, nice, dude. That's right, it goes in the squirrel. No, there's no way that thing has the engines on it already. Yeah, no, I could see through it. I don't think it's got Raptors. It's only going to the cryo stand. I don't think they'd want Raptors on it, dude. Dude. Wow. I don't think they are, Jim. They look the same to me, but what do I know? Geek. Dude, I saw one of these roll past me. I mean, it was a Block 2 booster, but I saw a Block 2 booster roll past me, and I was about, I don't know, 20 feet away from it, and I'm just like... Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Fantastic. Okay. Dude, a booster rolled by me at night. It was actually booster 15. Booster 15 rolled by me at night. Couldn't see the top. Couldn't see it. It's so tall. It was into the darkness. I couldn't see the top of the damn thing. And they caught it. Yeah, Hokey, I'm not gonna lie to you. I became a disgustingly bad Starship fanboy after going down there and seeing all this stuff up close. I was like, yeah, you know, that's pretty good. I like that a lot. That's pretty good. You know that theory that all life will eventually evolve into crabs? Well, I have the same issue in my KSP save where all of my vehicles gradually evolve into varying sizes of Ares 1. Because Ares 1's awesome. There's the mining pallet. Does this have the cow controllers on it that work? Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're keeping this. Yeah, we're keeping this. Yeah, we're gonna hold on to that one. We're gonna hold on to that when, you know. Was it 15? Yeah, I think so. Oh, we're also gonna probably use this too. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna use this at some point. Yeah. Yeah, we'll use that. How much Delta V does it have? 6,600 Delta V. Oh, okay. For Mars missions. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we'll use that. Yeah. Prospector lander. Oh god, this thing. It's Surveyor. That's a Surveyor probe. With SAS on it? God, EJ stuff. Quantum supply module? The hell is this? Oh, it's got SAS on it too. What the hell was wrong with me? SAS is cheating, dude. That makes it so stupid. No one ever knows. Yeah. I can make this so much better now. I have not said that once today. Yeah, one version of Collins, I had like 40 SAS modules jammed in the nose. It was bad. Cargo excursion module. Ooh, I actually like that. That's actually super useful. There's a block 2. Dude, the block 3 booster is even bigger, man. Oh my. Well, I mean, hot staging ring, but it's a gyroscope. Pigeon. Wow. Booster 18, dude. Yeah, that's 18. They're gonna roll it out. They're cryo testing it, man. They are different lengths, Jim. I see. What? You're right. Dude, you've gotta be kidding me. You got 100 on my final. Booster 18 is rolling today. It gets better and better. Good job, man. You got 100. Straight 100? Good job. Do it again. Woof. The chines on the bottom are the longer ones. The bottom of the booster, those are the longer ones, and they're clocked further away from each other. The shorter chines are on top of the booster. They're shorter, and they're clocked closer. Like, the two on the top are like this. The two on the bottom are like that. It's so they can get... think New Glen Wing. Same idea. But this makes a little more... a little less lift than the New Glen Wings, but it's... more or less the same idea, same concept. When Block 3 launches, the top 3 largest rockets in the world would be Starship Block 1, Starship Block 2, and Starship Block 3. You're right. I'm keeping that up there. That's pretty awesome. Good. Good job. How many boosters can SpaceX clip merge to increase power? At least 3. We should keep this. Yeah. Where's my moon? Where's the Lunar Reconnaissance rover? I want that. Hell yeah. Yeah, this rover design is... The rover design is based off of the Apollo rover. It's the same idea. It works. It works really well. It doesn't... Yeah, the gravioli detector. But it has... Dude, it has the sensing arm on it. It has mystery goo at the front. This has the gravioli detector on it, but... And I think I used solar panels for the bottom. Dude, we could use a flat flag and reduce part count there. Yeah, we're keeping this. And yes, yeah, it'll fold up. It'll fold up into a little box. You can... This is basically exactly what the Apollo one did. Yep. The gravioli detector. It's one of the late game science experiments, and you can use it to basically beat the games in science mode. Albert, KSP2 got folded. They killed it. And Cities 2 for what it's worth. Cool. All right. So now we need to work on our descent module. RDM 2025 prototype. Reusable descent module prototype. Modified 11/19/2025. Cool. Okay, so we need to make a descent module. Cities 2 isn't dead. The dev was fired. Oh, you sweet summer child. Enjoy your optimism. Okay. So our last descent module that we made was... the other descent module that we were working on is derived from our service module. I'm not necessarily a fan of it. Actually, I mean, the descent module really isn't bad. But if I want to make it more accessible during lunar... more accessible for lunar surface operations... Not exactly on Cities 2. The people they're passing it on don't inspire confidence. You guys are apparently way more optimistic than me. Sorry, I had a bad experience last time I heard stuff like this, so... Yeah. Yeah, they switched development studios, but it's dead, dudes. Just deal with it. Just deal with it, homies. It's gone. I don't care anymore. Like, I'm sorry. It's gone. I'll go play Anno or something. Your point is that KSP2 hears stuff like this. My point is you're missing my point. Keep holding on, though. See how that works. Hi, new viewer there. Is this vanilla or are you running a bunch of mods? No, it's vanilla. All the crafts are vanilla. Yeah. They're just... I have the DLCs. The only modded part that I had in the game is a hinge piece that I made. For lifting things. It's a stronger hinge because the hinges are jello. But yeah, this is all stock, dude. All stock. I had a bad experience. Damn it, I'm deaf. Regarding Anno. Yeah, I generated art in Anno 117 was a placeholder which slipped through the review process. Okay. They used AI for concept art. So what? As long as yeah, using AI for concept art is not that big of a deal. It's that so use the AI to make concept art, and then you have a concept artist and a 3D artist actually make it. That ain't no thing. No problem. Yeah, that's fine. Saves you a lot of time. Gives you a good, real good, it gives you a real good, what's the right way to say it? It's a real good way to send your idea out as long as the real artists make it. Sure. That's stepping off points. Yeah, that's the right way to say it. They got into the 1.0 release and they claim it was placeholder. Okay. Those are my space station modules. We need to build out new space station modules. I'll do that. These, yeah, we can do better than this. No. Oh, the B200. Forgot about this thing. Does it have its cargo bay? It does. That's a little cargo bay. Nice. No, those were just... That wasn't gateway. Those were just modules. Now, where was I going with this? Landing type protopad too. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the descent. Okay, yeah, that's what we're doing. The descent module. I want a descent module. Hey. Where did these craft files go that I just saved? Reusable descent module. Hardcore Octo. Oh no. No, 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 no. Did it not save? I have the original RDM. Where's the RDM 2025? Whatever. Copy. New. Paste. Actually, I suppose I didn't put a part down. RDM proto type 2025. 825. Okay, cool. Let's just put down a piece so we can actually save the stupid thing. All right, so I want to make a well, it's called an LSAM. I call it RDMs, reusable descent modules, because of my other save, my lunar landers were derived from an RDM. I don't want that. What I want to do, I think would be a cool thing to do, because we do need to refactor our lander a little bit because the ascent module sucks, etc., etc. So I built, my other one was service module derived, and that was more of a stopgap thing because it was service module derived from the capsule. I don't necessarily want that. What I want to do is take, ooh, TriStar. I want to take this. The descent module. And see if we can make that just a smidge bigger. Yeah, okay, Geeson, that makes more sense. A modernized limb, but yeah, a little bit bigger. Yeah, all right. So here's what I want to do. The Poodle engine. I want to use this as our lander, as our landing engine. We can use the single engine variant. Then I also unlocked flat flags here. Now the cool thing is these are the flags in game, and you know, if you're a couple of newer viewers asked, like, or a newer viewer asked a second ago, like, do you have any modded parts? I have textures for the flags, but in terms of parts, no. Just on a side note. Now the cool thing is that I could take this, we can change these, and I have an insulated texture for the flag, and then we take it and we can make them into panels. You can make them into extremely thin panels. He never answers my totally dumb questions. What? There were no questions making stupid jokes. I actually went and looked. Thanks for that. I actually went and looked, man. I was like, huh? Now, the Poodle's